We are ready for sprint qualifying here in Sao Paulo. Who's going to take pole for the penultimate sprint of the year? Yuki Tsunoda coming up to the line now, currently slowest of all. He crosses the line, he goes only 13th fastest. He's in at the moment, but he is still in trouble. On board with Ollie Behrman, who finished an impressive 4th last time out in Mexico, and he goes 4th at the end of SQ1. Great lap once again from Ollie Behrman. Now we are looking at the likes of Alex Albon in the Golf liveried Williams for this weekend. Albon should get through. He crosses the line and goes 6th in the Williams. A good lap once again from the Thai driver. We're on board now with Max Verstappen, who is looking for another impressive weekend to come back and fight for this World Championship. And he's coming towards the line now. Is Verstappen currently 5th. He crosses the line and goes 2nd fastest, but still 3 tenths behind Norris. Charles Leclerc is currently down in 13th now as Isaac Hadjar goes 6th fastest for Racing Bulls. Leclerc is hoping that he's got pace, that he can get his Ferrari into SQ2. He's half a second down on the fastest time, but I think this might be enough to get him through to SQ2. Gasly's on a good lap in the Alpine. Alonso's gone 3rd fastest for Aston Martin. A great lap from him. Leclerc goes only 11th fastest as he crosses the line, and Norris improves. Norris improves at his fastest time, extends his advantage. Gasly goes 8th fastest, and he will get through into the top 10. We're on board with Lance Stroll in the Aston Martin coming up to the line now, and he's 12th fastest. So Carlos Sainz has had a lock-up at turn 1. That could explain why he ended up at the bottom of the pile. So Franco Colapinto, who's just signed a new deal with Alpine and he'll be staying with the team for next year, is out along with Lawson, Tsunoda, Ocon and Sainz. This is Charles Leclerc. What's happened here? He's locked up then, coming out of the corner, and that could explain why he's lost time, and his teammate Lewis Hamilton doing exactly the same thing. Bortoleto crosses the line. Only 14th fastest for the home hero Gabriel Bortoleto. He is out in SQ2. He'll be disappointed with that. We got a yellow flag waving on the track somewhere, and it's Charles Leclerc. Charles Leclerc has spun his Ferrari, and he's currently 9th fastest. So that means if anyone else improves, he could be in trouble here. Hamilton stayed last line, only 11th. Hamilton is out of sprint qualifying. So let's see what happened to Charles Leclerc. He's locked up, and then wait for it, loses the car, and round he goes, and that has ruined everyone else's laps. Hamilton, who used to be a master at his circuit, is unfortunately out of SQ2, along with Albon, Gasly, Bortoleto, and this man we're on board with, Ollie Behrman. George Russell coming up to the line then. He was on pole here a few years ago, got his maiden winning by one a few years ago. He goes fastest at the moment with a 109.5. Here's Kimi Antonelli, who was on pole for the sprint in Miami earlier this year. Where is he this year? And he's on sprint pole at the moment. A great lap on Kimi Antonelli once again. Charles Leclerc crosses the line. He's only 3rd fastest, 4 tenths off the pace. On board with Oscar Piastri, who's looking to come back and fight for this World Championship. He crosses the line, and he's only 3rd fastest for Piastri, behind the 2 Mercedes. But Lando Norris has been on pole so far all weekend, and he's gone fastest onto sprint pole for the time being. Lando Norris, who took a dominant weekend in Mexico, looking good at the moment here in Sao Paulo. Piastri is finding pace, but Norris quicker still in the first sector. Norris is proving why he is the championship leader, to go out there and push all the way to the floor, pedal to the metal, and looking to take it back to the front once more. Alonso's on a good lap. He's also 2 thousandths off on Norris's current time, but slower than Norris still in the first sector. Piastri just under 2 tenths slower than Norris at the end of the middle sector. Piastri is a mega final sector here if he wants to steal sprint pole away. Norris is down in sector 2 as well. Piastri up to the line. He was on pole for the sprint last year. He's not on pole this year. Only 3rd for Oscar Piastri. And that is unfortunately going to be what he will play for the sprint. Norris crosses the line and he briefly improves to take sprint pole here in Sao Paulo so far. What about Fernando Alonso? He was quickest in SQ2. Where's he in the sprint qualifying? He's fourth, but a good effort from him. Max Verstappen next across the line, only sixth for Max Verstappen. The man who is chasing down to the crowns in the World Championship, only starting sixth for the sprint. Isaac Hadjar crosses the line. He's only ninth fastest. Now it's down to the two Mercedes. Hulkenberg's pitted, he's done. George Russell, can he take sprint pole away from Lando Norris? No, he can't. Only fourth for George Russell. But what about Kimi Antonelli? He was on pole sprint in Miami. Could he do it again here in Brazil? He's only a tenth down at the end of the middle sector. Antonelli needs a good 5 second man, and I don't think he's going to do it. That slide at the exit of Zhang Xiao might have costed him. Antonelli, I believe, he's going to have to settle for the front row for the sprint. And it's Lando Norris on pole for the sprint in Sao Paulo. And the World Championship leader has pushed it all the way to the front. And he's taken his first sprint pole of the season and the third sprint pole in his Formula One career. The championship leader will head the field for the penultimate sprint of the year. Norris is the man who on top in the sprint qualifying session here in Sao Paulo. You'll have the rookie Kimi Antonelli starting alongside him on the front row for the sprint, and we're looking to be a wet sprint tomorrow. Can't wait to see what will the rain will do in the sprint. What will pay off? We will find out in the sprint tomorrow.